What?
The things that you have that are yours, what are they?
My work, for one.
He's a real mean son of a bitch, isn't he?
What do you mean?
Leaving you alone with your work.
You think I mind?
You should. It's the one thing we mustn't be left alone with.
You may feel that way. I don't.
Good. Don't let those village radicals keep you from being what you should be.
What do you think I should be?
The center of attention.
Chris Scouser here with
Matt Howell.
On this episode of The First Run, Matt and I are going to discuss the return of the anti-franchise that is Tron with Tron Ares. Does Disney finally succeed in making a good Tron movie? Or at least one that's not boring? And then justify their repeated attempts to try and build a franchise? And how about that Jared Leto? All that and more, Matt, this week on The First Run, the official movie podcast of Antifa.
Yeah. I mean, are you going to the chapter meeting in Florida? You know how that highly organized Antifa group that we're a part of?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I am I'm actually, yeah. Well, I don't want to reveal how high my rank is. Mm-hmm. But, yes.
But it's more than the treasurer, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm meeting the girlfriend of the head of Antifa.
Oh.
So she'll be there, and I'm very, very excited about that.
Nice.
And I don't know about you, but my latest Soros check is pretty thick, buddy. It's pretty high there in the digits.
It is.
So
it's really embarrassing what all we have to do to get that, right? I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, Did you see that thing where they had the guy who was like on Fox News who was pretending to be a part of Antifa, and it's like the same actor they used for like something else, like Al Qaeda or something like that.
Former member of the Trinidad Aragua, I can never say it, I believe, and then another former Hamas or something. Something like that. Yeah. Absolutely adorable.
Hilarious. Chef's kiss. No notes.
Hey, what are we here to talk about? Tron Ares. So, here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to meet Ares. This is the most sophisticated security program ever written. You want to shake his hand? Go ahead. He doesn't bite. Ares has billions of lines of code unique to him. Is it alive? That depends on your definition, Stuart. Because unlike you, he's biblically strong, lightning fast, and supremely intelligent. He is fully proprietary and 100% expendable. Ares is the ultimate soldier. He needs no food, no water, sheds no blood. And if by some miracle he is struck down on the battlefield, I will simply make you another.
Just like these Tron movies. Keep getting them every 15 years, 20 years or so, whatever it is.
Yeah, when the clamor for more Tron from all those Tron heads out there just says they demand they need another movie, Disney obliges and pulls out another one off the shelf.
Matt, what is Tron Ares all about?
Well, it's the future, I guess, and
hey, what is this set? Do we get like a date?
I don't know. Near future?
What Wikipedia says. Doesn't 15 years after Sam Flynn attempted to retrieve his father. So 15 years from Legacy.
Okay.
Now, it came out in 2010, which would make that today, but does Legacy take place in the future?
Right.
What's funny is I was going to watch both these films prior to checking this out, kind of just to catch myself up. And I ordered those 2 steelbooks.
Yeah.
And I think people listening to the last month, I think I mentioned it, is I got 2 copies of Legacy.
Yeah.
In 4K.
Yeah.
So I got 2 of that. So that didn't happen. I had to return one, and I was still waiting for my replacement of the original one. And things have happened since then, which we'll talk about. All right, so I don't have a definitive timeline.
Fair.
But I guess we'll say, what do you want to go, 5 to 10 years? We'll say 2030. How's that sound?
Sure, fair enough. So apparently,
5 years from now. Oh, good God!
I know. I mean, so I guess basically, there's like some super badass 3D printing technology, which I guess can print a person, which I don't know why that's not the more exciting thing. It's basically a Star Trek replicator, but I digress. But Evan Peters' character, he is a big bad businessman, tech genius mogul, and he has a bunch of AI living in his servers, and he can basically 3D print them into life and tries to sell them to the army, but he has a problem. They only last for 29 minutes for some reason. Never really explained, but not to fear. There is something called the permanence code from a rival tech firm that will allow his creations to stay alive longer. And he sends the ultimate badass Jared Leto to go find it.
Do you think like he has in his contract where he has to be able to maintain his Christ-like visage with the long hair and the beard?
I mean, at this point,
I don't
probably.
think I've seen him in anything where he hasn't had that in years, right?
I mean, I guess the Joker. That's the only thing I can think of.
Oh, that's right. He played the Joker in the... Yeah. Oh, God, that was bad, too. All right, well, there goes that theory.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was trying to figure out, too, how come we keep getting forced to watch Jared Leto in films, right? I remember he won the Academy Award for Dallas Buyers Club?
I think so.
I think he did. Yeah, Best Supporting Actor right here. That cat's 53. Well, geez, he is clearly consuming the blood of virgins, I imagine.
Well, I mean, he learned some things while he was morbid. I mean, he learned a few things.
That's right. Morbid time. Of course, that's not that far off from some of the allegations against him as well, unfortunately. And I am confident in saying that I just don't know if this cat can act at this point. It's... In a film filled with lows, he is probably the lowest, I think, for me in this entire film. And we have issues, too, of Greta Lee, who I loved in Past Lives, Matt's favorite film that year.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I loved Past Lives. No notes. Freaking flawless film.
Yeah, so just miscast. I don't have so much a problem with Lee. I just don't think she really works in this role. I'm still not on the Evan Peters train either. You know, I don't know why. I guess if he's your cup of tea, that's cool. I guess. It really, the whole film just it's like a big mess to me. It's a constant misfire, except maybe the Nine Inch Nails score, and I feel like that's what Tron movies are at this point, right? They're glorified like music videos. They usually have really good scores, though I do think the Daft Punk score is better. But the visuals look cool. The neon and the sci-fi or the special effects, that's great. But that's it. That's all these things are for me. And the stories have yet to make a good Tron film. The first one is it's not very good. It's not. And the second film is even worse. And this, for me, is the nadir of this franchise, air quotes. I don't even know what we have left to give. Maybe just give me what Brian Eno, he made a whole soundtrack for a film that doesn't exist. Right? Maybe do that. Maybe I don't know what the next synth industrial band is that wants to make an electronic soundtrack for a movie, but let's just get that. Maybe Johnny Jewel and the fine folks over there at the Italian, what is it? Is for Love. I can't remember the name of his record label, but now I'm blanking on it. But the Chromatics,
Sure.
that kind of stuff.
Right.
Maybe have them do one for another Tron movie that we never actually have to see. Am I off base on this, Matt? What are your thoughts on Ares?
You're not wrong. I don't know if I would call it the nadir. I think I enjoyed this more than I enjoyed Legacy.
I would tell you, but I didn't watch it. In fact, I disliked this film so much. You know what I did? I returned my other Tron, and I canceled my replacement disc. I walked out of this film, and I'm like, you know what? I don't have any desire to watch these films ever again. Now, here's where I'm stuck.
Okay.
Shell will be over at Viper Video Tampa here, right? The world's best video store, at least within a 100-mile radius of where I live. He had mentioned he was going to be able to get the Tron imports, the ones from the UK that aren't steelbooks, that are cheaper, and it's still the same scan and all that stuff.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. I was like, oh, I'll get back to you. I got the steelbooks, I think. If I don't get the steelbook, it doesn't come in, it'll be nice to have this as a backup. Because at the time, I wasn't sure if I was actually going to get it.
Right.
he messaged me today and said it's in and it's ready for pickup. Now I'm stuck.
You are stuck.
I have to buy it now.
You do.
But at least it's not the $40 steelbook. I'm going to pay not 2/3 of that.
Yeah.
So I feel a little bit better. And it's just the first one.
Right. Which is nonsensical, but it has a certain 80s cheesy charm to it that is at least makes it somewhat fun to...
That's why I'm going to be able to sleep at night. Is because it's the original, it's 80s, it's got a little cheese to it like Matt says. So I feel okay biting the bullet on that. If it was Legacy and I got stuck with it, I would not be happy.
Yeah. So, I mean, Jared Leto's not good in this, right? And that's fine. He makes a choice of being completely wooden. I guess the idea being he's an AI, right? That has no emotion. So why not, right? And I will say, though, it's been a long time since we watched Legacy for the show. And I remember very little about it other than that I was supremely bored throughout the entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
This, at least it had some gee whiz action moments that I thought were fun and I thought were clever the kind of way they did it.
You're talking about how they're able to bring in the stuff into the real world and you get the big...
Yeah, like the thing with the fighter jets. I thought that was neat, and all the kind of stuff flying out, and then it splitting cars in two. I thought all that stuff was kind of cool and fun to watch. Right? It's a good visual. It's clever the way they put it together. So at the very least, I was entertained for at least part of the film, which is more than I can say for Legacy from what I recall. So it's got that going for it. So that's something.
I'll give you that.
Faint praise, maybe. And you know what? I'm not the score guy like Chris is, but I was pretty on board with this Trent Reznor 9 Inch Nails soundtrack.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, I like the score a lot.
Listen, the first one was Wendy Carlos, which I think is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the Daft Punk one I think is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And I still think this one's good. I just think I prefer the Daft Punk one.
Yeah.
Though, granted, I haven't really gotten into the Nine Inch Nails one so much, independent of the film itself.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, so I mean, I one of the few, I have a handful of film scores that I own in physical media. I anticipate probably adding this one to it, which will be weird because of at the end of that, I'll have 3 music scores and 2 of them will be for Tron films. So that says something, right? So I don't know. I think it has its moments, right? It has some things, especially if you're watching it in IMAX or some other prestige format, where it's going to be man, this is fun. And then the actors start talking again, and you're like, right, this is what I'm getting. And I'm not going to praise it as I only care about big robots fighting, and that's what I want to see. But that's about all I can give it.
I don't understand why. I didn't understand why Leto keeps getting work like this, right? And I was reading online. I was on the Facebooks, not Facebooks, Blue Sky, and C. Robert Cargill, who's the co-writer of was it Sinister, and then the Black Phone with Scott Derrickson.
Yeah,
Cargill says it's because Leto's agent is like one of the, if not the second most powerful agent in Hollywood. And that's how they're able to keep getting him into these films and stuff. Because I gotta tell you, man, he was a good-looking guy for sure. I guess his performance too in Fight Club was pretty good. Same in Dallas Buyers Club, but still here, he is I don't know if he's fallen off a cliff. I don't know what's happened, but he brings really for me nothing to this movie, and is just I was just kind of mostly. I don't know if annoyed by him for the majority of it, but it just is not great. I mean, I saw too someone else on Blue Sky, they were talking about this. They said Leto's not a movie star, he's a movie black hole. And it really is kind of how I feel about him too. Right. And no good performances can escape his gravitational pull. He kind of drags down everybody else as well. And another thing too I hated about it too is there are times where it's pandering, like the whole Depeche Mode thing.
Sure. When
he starts to gain sentience and he's developing emotions and stuff, and he realizes he likes Depeche Mode, and it's just one of those things that on the script page I can see it. I'd be groaning at it. I'd be like, oh, this is just so. and of course Leto does like nothing with it.
Yeah.
So it's the whole film feels like that. It's like inert. While the second one I should say was boring. This one is just like Matt says. There's a couple fine action set pieces, and the CGI stuff they do is okay. But anything outside of that is just the film is a rock. It's a mobile. It's just not. It's not great.
Yeah, I mean, Jared Leto, he gets high on his own farts, right? So like he's not leading man material. He's good in small doses or doesn't talk very much, like the aforementioned Fight Club or his turn as the creepy guy in Blade Runner, whatever it is, 2049. God, I'm blanking on a movie that I love, but he's very good. He's good in very, very small doses, but
that guy too, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he seems to play the same character when he's been put in the lead, and he just kind of, he feels like thinks he's actor Jesus, and he can just show up and people will be into his performance.
Yeah, no. Did you ever listen to 30 Seconds to Mars?
I mean, I've heard it. I mean, I've heard like some of the hits and stuff, but I mean, it's kind of generic rock music to me.
I've never, I'm not hip enough to have ever gotten into it. So that's his band for the uninitiated. Mm-hmm. All right, Matt. I already got nothing else to say. Like Matt says, get the score maybe, and that'll be good. Or if it hits Disney Plus, or when it hits Disney Plus, you can watch it at that point. I saw it in Dolby, which was fine. I almost thought about going to see it in Dolby 3D, but I couldn't make that showtime work because I'm like, oh, that might be kind of fun to see this in 3D.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, but just, hey, look, light cycles in the real world and cool colors and a great Nine Inch Nails soundtrack just is not enough to get this over the finish line for me, Matt, really in any capacity. So I'm giving Aries a D+.
D+, wow.
We're done, I think, with this. We're going to do another 10 years, 15 years. We'll make another one, I guess.
Yeah. And
it'll be about, what? Fights Terminator? I don't know. As Matt would say, I have no juice for this franchise at all anymore. I don't.
Yeah. Well, at the very least, Tron gave us apparently a really kick-ass roller coaster in Disney World Japan, which apparently is super fun to go on. Yes, they're like the cars are shaped like the bike. That's what you get on the bike as you go, and it straps you in that way, like you're going through the roller coaster. It looks pretty cool. Check it out. Look at it online.
That's cool. What do you want to give it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a. God, do I have terrible taste? I'm gonna give it a C. Like I couldn't work up enough vitriol to get mad at it.
All right, I'm not gonna. Okay. I mean, it's weird. I'm weirdly apathetic about the whole thing myself. Where I just like it's just so funny that I walked out of that thinking, all right, I got to cancel these pre-orders because I don't know if it was just FOMO or something like that. I got all jazzed up about it, and the steelbooks look pretty cool.
Yeah.
But after walking out, I'm like, oh yeah, no, these movies aren't good.
Yeah,
I'm not going to rewatch.
When you told me that you bought them, I was like, in my back of my head, I was like, why? Those are not good. Like, Chris, what are you doing?
Yeah. So I feel better about canning them. So
good.
There you go. Tron Ares is in theaters now. If you had a chance to see it, we'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email at feedback@thefirstrun.com. And Matt, in my pursuit to always make sure we get past 20 minutes.
Okay.
There's two things I wanted to talk about. First off, Drew Struzan's died. We had an homage to Diane Keaton at the beginning of the show with her performance in Reds, a film unfortunately I have not seen. And then going through her oeuvre, I realized there's a lot of Diane Keaton movies I have not seen. I've seen all the cliched middle-aged white guy movies that she was in, your Godfathers, right? Still, two of the most powerful scenes, I think, in cinema. One when she tells Michael she had the abortion, and the other one at the end of the first film when he closes the door. The door closes on her when she's looking through and realizes what she's done and how her life is now going to be. But like, I haven't seen Reds. I haven't seen there's a bunch of her stuff, and I want to try and kind of rectify that. But we want to make sure Diane Keaton got some love there. And then Drew Struzan, though, Matt, the preeminent movie poster illustrator, has passed away. Basically, when you think of a legendary movie poster, you're probably thinking of his work, Back to the Future, all the Star Wars films, Blade Runner, Big Trouble in Little China, Hook, Fievel, what is that, Great American Tale it's called, actually, right? Just absolute classic stuff. About The Thing. Did you have, in fact, we're not doing video this week, but over my shoulder is a Drew Struzan Thing poster.
Yeah.
So, Matt, did you have a favorite illustration of his, or do you have any thoughts on Struzan?
Yeah, honestly, until Chris mentioned it, I didn't know who he was, but as soon as I saw his art, I obviously had been well versed in it for a very, very long time. I think, kind of browsing through the entries that I could find quickly before the show, I think either it's The Thing, as Chris has behind it. I like the version of it best, though, when it has no writing on it. I think that's very cool image. My other one that I enjoy a lot is the art that he did before they renamed Return of the Jedi, when it was called The Revenge of the Jedi, and it had Darth Vader's helmet and Luke and Vader having a lightsaber battle in silhouette in the bottom. That was basically it.
So lame. Those are my two as well, Matt. Those are the two that always pop up first. And of course, Raiders of the Lost Ark. I told Matt before we started recording that, like, the Great Muppet Caper, I had no idea that was an illustration. I really thought that was like a photo thing that they had set up. That's how good this guy's work. And he got a little looser and a little more experimental at times as well. Other times, hyper photorealistic. But an absolute legend. Not probably, the best to ever do it. And it is quite a loss, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, heck, when you look at Back to the Future, do you think realize that that's an illustration?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's crazy.
And the last thing, too, so I downloaded Tahoe. I'm a MacBook guy, right? That's the latest operating system. And they did an update to Apple TV. And if you don't know, for the longest time for Apple TV, the images were for years, they were like up and down, right? And then about 4 or 5 years ago, they switched it now to be kind of more widescreen. I don't know what the right way to say it. And with this new latest update, it's back to up and down again. And I am very upset because I burned some of my movies to make digital copies, and I've been adapting the images to fit the long version, the horizontal instead of the vertical. Maybe those are the words I should be looking at for.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of my images look weird because they're set for horizontal, and now all the bases or images are vertical. But the great part is, Matt, it's only on my laptop. My Apple TV and everything else is still horizontal, not vertical. So now I've started to go slowly and update them, and now they'll go to my Apple TV to start a movie, and now that's messed up. So I'm assuming there's going to be an Apple TV update as well soon, too, but I can't tell you how frustrated I was to go from horizontal to vertical after spending all these years, burning my movies to have digital copies, and now they all look funny.
Right.
And they'll just switch it again in 5 years.
Right. I tell you.
Sad.
It does. Makes me sad for you, Chris.
That's it. I've had enough.
Matt,
do I even put it? I don't even know what's coming up next week on the big show. What is it?
Black Phone 2. And then maybe I'll stop being an SOB and get around to watching VHS Halloween, and or Good Boy will come out and we will watch that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me see. Is Black Phone 2 this weekend? It is, huh?
I believe so. It's on the calendar.
Well, Lord knows I've never made a mistake
Never.
there. So
Flawless.
It's got to be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Roof Band's supposed to actually be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I'll catch up with it someday. Tron is still... looks like it's owning most of the premium screenings. That's interesting. All right. I'm not even seeing Black Phone 2 here. It's got to be here. There it is. All right. There it is.
Whoop.
I feel like I'm stalling for some reason. Anyway, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Blue Sky. Do a search for The First Run. Scroll. Eventually you'll find us. Head over to Apple Podcasts. Give us a review. It'll help other people find the show. And I think that's everything I usually say. In the meantime, we hope you all take care of yourselves. We love you all very much. And I got to start the music, Matt. Here we go. And that's it. So we'll take an extended break, and we'll see you all soon. Take care.
God damn it! Viva la revolution!